Look, we're here.
Welcome to the stream.
All the things happened when they were supposed to happen. There's a little bit of like music timing that we still need to work on. And our children don't know how long the show is going to be or what it's about. We still don't know how long the show is going to be or what it's going to be about. So, I think everything's quite right.
Things are okay today.
Yeah. Things are happening just about the way we'd expect them to happen.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx us.
Don't do that.
Because that'll probably happen. Yeah.
So hi. Welcome
Hi,
in.
welcome. Merry fa la la holiday cheer Christmas time.
As you can see by our hats, we continued the holiday-ness. Yep.
Anybody that received a island Christmas card, or will eventually, I don't know how long it takes things to get places, or will eventually get an island Christmas card.
One never knows. It's a surprise to everyone, us included.
Also, some may not get there, and here's why. So, when you don't have the right postage, and you write a note to your mail person that says, I don't know how much it costs to send a letter. Approximately you do. Because approximately it's less than $1.50 to send just a letter internationally. So if you clip a $5 bill to it with a note that says, could you please help me this holiday season, and buy yourself a coffee with the extra, you're kind of just hoping that the Christmas spirit helps you.
I was unaware this has happened.
I know, I didn't think you'd approve, so I didn't tell you.
That's a good move.
Yeah. I mean, it sometimes happens like that, because like Tom in Boston, who was our guest tonight, who actually just showed up on the other screen, just kind of let it slip that he might be driving this evening and not be able to make it to our show. And welcome in, New Wave. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I didn't tell you until he confirmed that he could make it that this whole thing went down. I try to only bring the important stuff to you.
I appreciate you shielding me from the scary things. This is nice.
Yeah, so if you didn't get a Christmas card from us and you think that maybe you should have gotten one, let's just say it got lost in the mail, because it either got lost in the mail or the mailman decided he just wanted a really big coffee instead of a really small coffee.
Pocketed the $5.
Yeah.
And it got lost in the mail. Things happen.
Yeah. There's also a check at work that's supposed to have gotten someplace that it didn't get, and I'm like 83% sure that I mailed it. There's an ice cube in there. It's not going to get on there.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
Wow, you've held a lot back for me this week.
You've been busy. You've been really stressed at work, so I've just been like taking things in. Just kind of like making sure I gave you the pertinent information when you needed it.
It's really fine with me.
So we have been working a lot this week on the smoothness of the show. So we hope that you see that. I will say that I did step on one of our microphones because they're just these tiny little things that get in a tangled ball. Rox actually saw a picture of the tangled ball that was at the end of our, I think actually our whole Discord did. And I think Rox called it something about a dog eating it. It was a big mess. I think the mic still works, but it has led us down the path of making sure we get proper mics. We have dipped back down. We have dipped further down into the islands.
Can you hear me right now?
Oh my goodness.
This is a test. Okay, this is the bad mic.
You just like yelled in their ears.
but it works.
Anywho, we have dipped even further down into...
What's that about your ears, Choice?
Nobody's going to invite you back. We have dipped even further down into the Mini Islands College Fund. So we're probably going to put up a stream goal of some sort in the new year. So
I appreciate you all.
love you all. But I think we got our buttons to work on a different note entirely. Let's see if they work. We got one set of buttons, and then we're going to go over to Tom in about, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Tom will be with you. Boom, ba-doom, diddle-a-doom. This isn't as random as one might think. It was more random that I actually found this stream where I found this stream. The streamer I actually know, Chef Negan, they have a food channel. We're going to show you their channel in just one moment, but it is actually, you can actually reveal it if you like, Chef Negan.
I can? Wow.
They should be. They should have done. Yeah, see?
Look at
Chef
that.
Negan, she's actually live right now.
There we go.
Chef Negan and her brother, Modfather, thank you so much for showing up tonight. How you doing, adjacent? Aw, so beautiful. I can't remember what her brother's name, but they do a lot of streaming together, and they're here on the East Coast, and we actually have hung out with them a bit in Johnny and Heidi's stream. But I was looking for some random find, and Chef Negan was just there waiting for me, and I was like, whoa. She's making a roasted chicken that made me so hungry.
It's meant to be.
I was like, let's just do this.
I know those cookies look pretty good, don't they, Choice?
I know, I want some.
I want one right now.
Oh, I would like all the cookies and those little pie tartlet things in the back. I want those too. So I think I know how. Oh, Rox is all over it. Rox, thank you. I was going to try to figure out how to do a shout out, like on the fly. That's not tarts. No. Tartlets, like little tiny pie things in the back. So for all of you that don't know who do not know how a random find works, I just kind of pick a thing, scroll, and stab my phone, and where I land is right here. So Rox, you are correct. We felt too comfortable that everything was all set up that we forgot to set up an update. Yes, please. Please do that. Thank you very much, Rox. You are the best. So, yeah, Chef Negan, she makes delicious food, and she's very entertaining. So make sure that you pop over there and give her a follow so that you can learn how to make some delicious food. I just want to eat the cookies now. We should probably move on.
Moving on? Okay.
Moving on.
Good move.
So we are going to head into our very wonderful, amazing interview now. He's going to push buttons and it's going to happen in time.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm
Oh,
assuming you can hear me all right, huh?
I can. I shifted. Hold on. We got to move me over. Look, here's
Oh,
you.
hey, I see me twice.
You are twice. I forgot that I had to, well, 1 second, folks. I forgot I moved. Way down at the bottom. Do you see the one that says vibing? Here I am.
That's better.
That is much better. See, I have actually been playing with how to do things that makes it a lot smoother. Isn't this crazy? Look at this. I messed up, but then I fixed it on the fly because I did things.
Hey, you're adapting.
I know, it's crazy. I don't know how it's happening. I'm learning a few things. Not many, but a few. Okay, before we go like any further, first off, folks, if you have not met Tom in Boston, I don't know how you haven't, because it must be because you aren't awake at like 8 to 10 in the morning, because you have been on the front page for like the past, I don't know, 7 years.
It seems like it's been forever. I didn't expect it to go on this long.
How has this happened?
I don't know. It's honestly kind of a mystery. Like I knew that I was part of a program to be on the front page intermittently and kind of randomly, but instead it's been front page every time I turn on the stream. So, and it hasn't ended. Like I sent an email to Twitch the other day and I was like, "Hey, am I still in this program?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're in it." And I was like, "Okay, great, cool, awesome." So yeah, I don't know. This could be my life now. I'm trapped in the front page.
And you'll never be able to be partner because of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You have to wait until 30 days after your last front page stream.
So while you will have thousands of people in every single stream, like I have to jump in there in the very beginning to be like one of like 2,000. But
Yeah.
you'll never be partner because you will be there forever.
Could be,
Yeah.
you know, it's a double-edged sword.
A little bit, but I mean, it's a nice sword to have, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
How long have you been on Twitch for? I feel like you were a latecomer.
Yeah, definitely. My first stream on Twitch playing guitar was maybe mid-August of this year, towards the end of August. Yeah, that's when I started it up, and it was just kind of like I was like, I'm gonna try this out and see what happens. You know, I didn't expect anything ever because Twitch is so known as a platform for gaming, and then it just kind of turned into a thing.
Yeah, there wasn't like a big memo out there, but it did become a place where musicians came and like hung out. You know, it was more like 2020, the beginning. There was like this big pandemic that occurred, and a lot of musicians came because of the pandemic. I don't know if you were affected by the pandemic in any way.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm in Boston, so
I know,
everything changed here.
I know
Oh, that's
you're
a
not
joke.
too far
Sorry.
away. Yeah, I don't know if you saw this like big, huge
I
thing
might
that
have
was
heard about it.
worldwide.
Nah, I don't know. You know,
No?
I might have heard about it. Seen a headline here or there.
So yeah, you're not too far from us. You're down in Massachusetts, and it's always interesting to find somebody that's within. I don't know. It feels like anybody that's like north of New York. New York is like the cutoff. I feel like if you're in New England, you're like, oh, you're so close. And it's like this like little tiny island of. I said island. I didn't mean to say that.
It kind of does feel that way, though. I know exactly what you mean. Like New England, very much. I mean, New England is kind of its own thing, with its own Puritan nature. But it's also like it also feels like it's not really an isolated region, but it feels like it's so separate from like the tri-state area, like you mentioned. I'm from New York originally, and like we go down to New York all the time to visit family, and it still feels like we're specifically leaving New England. Goodbye, New England, for a little while we go to the tri-state area.
And there's like this like pass through of like Connecticut where you're like, we're here. We're gonna drive through Connecticut. We're still in New England, but we're definitely on our way out.
Yeah, they could just remove Connecticut. Sorry to all the Connecticut listeners out there. You just take it out entirely. I think the world would be okay with that.
Well, I mean, we do have some really good friends in Connecticut, so we can't just remove them.
Well, you tell them to relocate before we scoop it up and throw it into the Atlantic.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I do see that we have a New Hampshire resident. See, like people, we're just like, you call out, you're like, ooh, right here, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. You just yell it out. Like, you gotta look here, Massachusetts. You find your people as soon as somebody else is there. I feel like it's definitely like a group that you just yell out to, and you're like, me.
Yeah, I think so.
can you tell me about so I when I put together this meeting, this Zoom meeting, whenever I do anybody's Zoom meeting, it's vibing and just Joe, vibing and all music considered, vibing and whatever. The one I gave you was vibing and father and partner, business partner of Pine in Boston.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is my son and business partner.
You got to pull him a little closer to you because of the cutout. There you go. Yep.
There he is.
Wh-
Yeah, he's been with me for not that long, but really he's changed the stream for me.
Where did he come from?
He came from Mahoney's Garden Center, which is a few blocks away.
So he had his hat and googly eyes, and you paid money for him.
The googly eyes came from my wife, and the hat was also constructed by her.
But you paid money for a pine cone, a naked pine cone?
Yeah, I did. Are you judging me? I feel like I'm being judged right now.
No.
Look at how wonderful. This is my son and business partner, and you're like, you paid money for that. I can't believe this. Is this how this is going to go down? Look at him.
I mean, have you heard of a forest?
We don't have a lot of those around here. I don't leave the house that often. Have I heard of a forest? I've read about them in books before, I think.
There was this one in a book I read once. You're right. I shouldn't take it. Bring Rice says so he's adopted. Did you tell him?
Oh, not yet. We haven't told him yet.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I take it for granted that we have the ocean, the mountains, the forests all right here. And I really don't feel like Boston's that far away, so I kind of.
It's not. We were grabbing our Christmas tree, and I was like, I want this pine cone, and my wife was like, okay, all right, sure, cool, okay, sure, and I was like, yeah, all right, nice. So then it was on stream one day, and chat was like, can we give it a name? And I was like, okay, yeah, let's give it a name. So they gave it a name, and then 2 days later, it reappeared on stream with a hat and some eyes, and then it came to life.
It has a name tag.
Yeah, it does. It's Pine in Boston. Again, I didn't name it that. I am Tom in Boston. This is my son and business partner, Pine in Boston.
And your wife is known as?
Wife in Boston.
And your mom?
Mom in Boston.
And any other relatives?
Yeah, there's Uncle Tom in Boston, and then my mother-in-law, who drops in periodically, is MIL in Boston. I just want to say that I didn't suggest to any of them other than my mother, because Mom in Boston, Tom in Boston, I just thought it was funny. Everybody else was like, oh, this is a bandwagon I'm going to jump on.
Yeah.
So that's what they did.
And now you can actually start a band. You can just be called In Boston, and then you've already got your bandmates' names.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just have to spend a few years getting people to learn some instruments.
Yeah. So speaking of just instruments, you play guitar. That's all you do on stream, right? I mean, amazingly well. But you don't sing.
Nope.
Even if you got all the tips in the world, you don't sing.
No. You don't want to hear me sing. Trust me, it's not good. It's I definitely no, I don't sing, not at all. I only ever played the guitar. I thought I would learn piano once, because if there was another instrument I would want to play, it would be piano. Piano is one of the most beautiful sounding instruments in the world, but all just guitar, and only really acoustic guitar. I don't actually own an electric guitar anymore.
So do you play the acoustic into a microphone, or do you have a pickup on it? How do you?
I use another one of these mics actually for my for the guitar. This is an SM57. It's dirt cheap and it sounds great.
Don't step on it.
I'll do my best. Although honestly, these things are built like tanks. I think they'd probably take it.
Probably. I gotta say, to deviate from the conversation, this is how my brain works. So, talking about stepping on things, and the other day, it might have been yesterday, we're in chat, and your wife told you to do a spin in your chair, and then you said that you couldn't because there are all the wires, and so my head just goes do, and makes the connection for me to just say, I really like your wife. I have never met her or even had like a full on conversation with her, but she gives you shit like crazy.
Yes, she does. Absolutely, she does. Yeah, yeah.
That
It's a
is great.
common theme in our household. Yeah, no, she's a real pisser, as they say around here. She's funny. Yeah, no, she definitely gives me shit all the time. She doesn't put up with any of my shit, and she gives me a lot of shit, and she's not afraid to be public about giving me shit.
And it was
So,
early in the morning, and she came up with the one-liners. I was like, I
well,
haven't even.
she's up at like 5:30,
She's had a couple cups
which
of coffee then.
yeah, she's ready to. By that time of day, she's getting into lunch. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm on half a cup of coffee at that point.
Yeah, I haven't even. By the time you come on, I'm like, oh, Tom's on. We should say hi. Hi, Tom. I have to work. Bye, Tom.
Yes, I've noticed. Yeah, it's honestly I can barely get up for a stream. I just like establish these streaming hours for myself, and then like, I'm up fairly late, not like crazy late, but late enough where getting up at 7:30 feels like so. But yeah,
Yeah. And Jason and I have two little mini islands, and at the beginning, pre-pandemic, I was getting up at I don't even know at this point, but earlier than 6, and I was doing all the I must leave the house stuff. And then once the pandemic hit, I was like, all right, 6 o'clock is good. And so I'll get up at 6 and do all of my before work stuff and get the kids out of bed by 7 still. And I still looked presentable on Teams meetings. And then that lasted about a year. And then I was like, 7 o'clock. I'm getting an hour of sleep back. And then just recently I was like, screw this all to right frickin' out of the no. And I went, and now I'm 7:30. The kids are supposed to be up at 7. They get to school most days on time.
Hey, that's pretty good. Most days, that's pretty good. Gotta say.
Yeah. Wife in Boston is in the chat right now.
Oh yeah. Hey, we're talking about you. We're talking about you.
Yeah, and how amazing you are. If you have any dirt, if you could just like let our mods know so that we can just totally like dish it out, that'd be great. Thank you so much, Rox, for gifting that sub to Wife in Boston. We are going to play a little game of Never Have I Ever. Historically, this has been a drinking game, and we are not against you having beverages, but we are not going to necessarily play this as a drinking game. We are going to do a little bit of reworking on our overlays here. So we're going to pop Island Adjacent in when he's ready. He's typing, I think, to friends. Oh, thanks for gifting. All right, where are you? You won't see him, just so you know. But everybody on Twitch will. The top one. The top blue one, that one.
All these overlays. Oh my goodness.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
I'm invisible.
It's supposed to be that one, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, did it fall down? Somehow I think it got pulled down. See if you pull yourself up. No, like the actual screen. Here, let me see. I think I see you. See you?
Am I hiding?
Yeah, you're hiding.
I'm hiding.
Peekaboo!
That's not creepy.
It's totally creepy.
That's not creepy at all.
That is absolutely creepy.
Especially because Tom can't see me on Zoom.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, you know.
I see you floating into Twitch.
Yeah.
Now, if you turn on the other blue one and open up that box, like open down the arrow, we'll eventually get the some buttons for you, but we don't right now. There you go.
Goodness.
The pink one are me. If you scroll down, the blue ones are Tom.
You've been at work this week.
I have been.
Okay.
All right. So, I hope you can hear Adjacent, and he's going to do a never have I ever type of question. We were talking, and I don't know if you ever do this, where you say words and then never quite finish the conversation.
Happens sometimes.
We're like, so how should I frame this? I'm not actually playing, he says to me, and I go, oh, you should totally and then I didn't finish that sentence.
I'm going with never have you ever.
Okay. That's a good one. We'll go with that.
Because I'm not on this scoreboard. I'm not included.
Nope.
So.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So who's ready for this?
Sure, do it.
All right.
Let's.
All right.
Here is our game.
I think that I predict that Tom's gonna be have more points on the board. He's done more things than I have.
You might be surprised at my lack of experience overall in life.
Life, just at life in general.
It's just in general, yeah.
I just don't life at all. All right, let's see how little you life then.
Okay,
All right.
I'm ready.
The first question in Never Have You Ever is gone skinny dipping.
Ooh, no, I've done that.
You have?
I have.
I have not.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty great. I gotta be honest.
There we go.
I mean, don't do it during like the day. You know what I mean? That's a bad time for that.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it would be a little bit too naked for me.
You know, it really is that. You really
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head.
I mean, it's like a whole lot of naked. I was around people, not voluntarily, that were skinny dipping. But
yeah,
like,
I feel like there's a lot of unwritten rules about how to skinny dip and do it right. So like, don't involve people who don't want to be involved.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Step one.
Step one. But they wasn't even like they were actually skinny dipping. So I actually worked for a food cooperative. And so like a lot of like super hippie love. And Jason and I had to go and deliver some food to like almost this, I don't know, like a campsite commune place.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it was on this like really muddy river. And so my kind of boss was there, and I was like, okay, so we brought the food. Where do you want us to drop it off? And he's in the muddy river so that you can't see anything in the muddy river. And he's like, oh, hold on. And he just like stands up, and I'm like, naked, just like there. I'm guessing that's not your experience.
No, it wasn't a hippie commune situation. It was I had been drinking a lot, and we all elected as a team to go skinny dipping. Myself and a couple of our close friends.
A team
At night.
A whole team.
Yeah, I'm part of a skinny dipping team. We're national champions.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been working on it for a couple of years.
I commend you on your persistence in the matter.
Thank you. We're hoping to make it to the Olympics.
I didn't know it was an event. It must be.
Well, it's not those. It's a different Olympics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it on OnlyFans?
Oh, yeah, maybe. You know.
All right, let's move on. I don't feel like we should be talking about this right now.
All right. Second question of Never Have You Ever. Faked sick from work.
Totally.
Faked sick?
Called out sick. Fake.
Yeah. Played hooky.
Played hooky. Yes.
Oh, for sure. I have definitely done that many times.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we get like more points for how many times we've done it?
Yeah. I'm not shy about being like, I don't feel like working.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stomach, it's unwell. I should probably stay home.
That's an ailment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not feeling like working.
I have like pre-planned it. Like if I was like, I don't want to work tomorrow, I've been like, oh, the day before, my throat's really starting to hurt.
Yeah, you start dropping hints, right? So people aren't like totally surprised. They're like, oh, you kind of did sound a little rough yesterday.
Yeah, it was a rough day yesterday. I'm not gonna be able to.
I've done like the same thing. Absolutely.
The worst though was when we were at Disney and I was like, I don't want to go back right now, so we're gonna stay an extra day. So I called in sick for work.
Oh, that's so worth it.
Though. I was flying and I just got sick, so I'm gonna have to take an extra day.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have that job still, so I can say that now. I would never do that at my age, at this point in life.
No, of course not.
I would. I'm lucky though. In my work currently, I have a lot of flexibility. My boss is awesome, so he's just like, yeah, if you want to just like take a day randomly and not work, just let us know that you're not going to work, and that's cool. And I'm like, that is cool. What?
You are
Okay,
cool.
sure. Yeah, thanks, boss. Yeah,
Nice.
it's pretty flexible in my workplace.
What do you do? Because at one night you were
Without
like,
without
I've been
being
putting out
horribly,
all fires all day, and I was like,
so I work marketing for an e-commerce company. Um, and I won't get too specific, but I've been
no.
doing that for about 3.5 years. And yeah, so we just are like, my team we're basically all remote. We were remote before the pandemic. I've been working from home since March 14th, 2020.
I mean, that
And
was like the day of the pandemic. So
literally that's when
current,
we started working from home.
yeah, current. So right now, if I'm just letting you know, I'm blaming the pandemic on you and your company and Just Joe, who started streaming that exact day.
Oh,
So,
well, I
and I
maybe
heard that
he and I were
Mel
in
also started
cahoots. I
that
don't
day.
know.
So all three of you are in cahoots.
Yeah, we were actually working on the thing for a long time.
Well,
So
I
it's
mean,
this
I
is
don't
this
think
is
that
our
the
fault.
pandemic actually started, yeah, overnight. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a sort of a team effort. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, seriously. So like even before I was working from home all full time forever and seemingly never going back into the office again. My team was still remote. Like they're largely based in California. So my work was all on a computer. All my meetings were digital, and that's what it always was, and it always was a flexible job even from the outset. So I take advantage of that now, especially with streaming and stuff like that. Because when I do stream, I stream into the beginning of my work day. But nobody, I mean, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But with my particular role,
That's good.
yeah.
Especially when you have like 3,000 people watching and you're like, I gotta go now.
Yeah, I try not to bail at the height of any given stream. So yeah, yeah. When I had that first front page stream, with I think there were like 13,500 viewers. I had specifically taken time off for it so that I could, like I think it was like it ended up being like a 3.5 hour stream, which for me is really long. Um, but
Yeah,
I
you
wasn't
come
worried
on and
about
like
work at
play two
all.
songs and then you're done.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Yeah. No, I that was like that day I actually took time off for it, but for most of my other streams it's just like whatever. When I get online, as it turns out, nothing is really burning. We had some like recent issues at work, but it's all technology and not much I could do anyway.
all right. Next one, adjacent.
Ready?
Yep.
I don't. This one.
You can skip. You are the one
I'm
that
gonna
chose
skip
them.
this
You
one
can skip anyone you
because
want
both
to.
of you work from home, and this is like an office question, so
Okay.
it doesn't really apply. I realized just now. Okay. Next question.
Okay. Okay.
Never have you ever fallen asleep in public?
Um. I mean, probably. We
Yeah,
are getting raided right now by Kev from the bunker. Kev, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in with all of your friends. Welcome,
Oh, I know
welcome.
Kev from the bunker.
I'm so
He
glad that
drops
you do.
he drops in my stream periodically. I didn't know Kev from the bunker was a streamer.
You don't?
No.
He streams from the bunker.
Oh my god, I'm gonna drop a follow right now.
Do it.
Do it.
He is one of our very good friends of stream, and he's great. He actually helped us figure out which mics we should buy so that they're big enough that I won't step on them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great
Kev.
guy. Really nice.
Cool,
Welcome
cool,
in, Rhonda. Welcome in, Drogo. Welcome in. Did I say that right? Did I say it wrong? Oh, All Music Considered. They were actually on. Have you had the opportunity to go into All Music Considered's stream yet?
No, honestly, today's the first I'm hearing of that stream in particular.
You should go. So it's oh goodness, I'm horrible with the name. George and Sandy. Yes, yes. Husband and wife. Sandy is an accordion player, and she also did the art on Boba Fett's costume.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And we had them on the show, and they actually played the Newlywed Game with us. It's quite a wonderful episode. You should definitely go check it out, and you should go and follow them. They are so funny.
Way ahead of you. I already did it.
You're done.
Yeah.
We will actually only bring people onto our show to follow other people that have been on our show, just so you know.
I love that.
So welcome in everybody to our stream. We are with Kev. No, we're not.
We're with Kev from the bunker. Hey, it's me, Kev from the bunker, here in the bunker. We've got canned goods and jarred pickled carrots.
And pine cones.
And and there's a collection of pine cones, some of which have googly eyes and a little Santa hat.
You gotta hold it closer to yourself. Oh, there. Snuggle in.
Oh,
there you go.
there. Get in here.
Get in here, son.
I'm like watching the delay on the stream, so I'm like, I don't know where it's over here somewhere.
Overlays on overlays here. So.
Yeah, we've got like 7 overlays on. We are here with Tom in Boston, who is down in Boston. It's a really creative name. His whole band of folks are named in Boston. His wife is actually in chat with us. And that pine cone he just showed you is pine in Boston. So welcome in, everybody. We are talking with Tom, who has been perpetually stuck on the front page. Poor Tom. And
really hard out there.
I know. And we are playing Never Have I Ever. And we were both trying to figure out if we had fallen asleep in public. I'm sure that I have.
I mean, okay, so I think the bigger question is what counts as public. Like falling asleep on a plane, I don't really do that, but like on a train, you know, the way it rocks back and forth and bumps over the tracks. Like I've definitely fallen asleep on trains before. Or a bus. Is that public though?
I mean, I think it's public transportation. I think it's in the name.
All right, fine.
Goodbye, Peter. Thank you so much for stopping us tonight. I know it's super, super late for you over in the UK, or early, whatever. Happy New Year's Eve, Christmas. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate you. So I'm sure that I have in those same types of situations. Most recently, it wasn't exactly in public, but I fell asleep for a good hour at my desk. It just passed right out.
Like at your desk? Wait, like in an office or at home?
It was at home, but like I have an office at home. Like, I mean, this is my office, but it turns in, like it's not connected to the house. This is my workshop. It's not a shed or a she shed. It is a workshop. And it is a good 10 to 20 foot commute from the house. And I was out here working, totally passed out on my desk.
That's what I have the futon for. This is my workstation. It is not separate from my living quarters, but the futon is back there so that around noon, I'm going to say like noon 45, 1 o'clock maybe,
noon
after
45.
I had my lunch, you know, whatever that, you know, I have a leisurely lunch, and then I'll move to the computer and take a look at like Slack and make sure that nothing's broken. And then I'm like, you know, maybe I'll lie down for a bit. So that's what I do. And it's not an irregular occurrence. I'm not even sorry to say it. You know, we get tired. That's what happens.
I have skipped lunch to take naps. But this one was like at, I don't know, 10 a.m. I just like closed my eyes for a minute and I sat up and it was 11. It was not good. So I think we both get check marks on that one.
All right. Fair enough.
It's not a detached garage. It's a workshop, Peter. It is a workshop. Pronounced workshop.
I've never fallen asleep in like a really public place, like a park bench or something. You know what I mean?
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, that would be no way.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that the next question on the list I was going off of was, have you fallen asleep at work?
So we both get that one. We both...
Well, right. I mean, like when I was working in person, like up until, the start of the pandemic, I had always worked in person, never fell asleep. Hard to do when you're working in retail. And like when you're in an office environment in a cubicle, you definitely can't fall asleep because people are going to be like, "Are you sleeping?" And I'm going to be like, no, I was working, I'm looking at my phone.
Awkward.
I just had to take a minute to...
I'm thinking, hard for a while, snoring a little.
So I was a teacher. I have had like 7 different careers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. One of them was drinking beer. That one was good, but didn't pay a lot.
Noble pursuit.
Yeah. One of them was teaching math, and that one happened to be when I was having, like when my babies were young. So I had to put like the note on the door, like don't come in, so that I could pump for them. And I definitely fell asleep at work. I put that note up more times than I needed to.
Gotcha. Wow.
Yeah. Definitely.
Go for it.
Yep. Definitely fell asleep at work. I worked in 2 different schools. The first school though was like I was a math teacher. All the other teachers in the math department were old men. So I was given a bathroom with no windows, just like a closet with a toilet where they would go and be stinky, and that would be where I was supposed to go and like prepare to feed my child eventually.
Oh
and
my
I was like,
God.
what the hell? And then the next one, I actually got a room that I could put a door on. I mean, a note on the door, like, don't come in. And I was like, I full advantage of this. Put this on here every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Multiple times.
Wow.
Yeah. It's hard being a mom sometimes.
Believe it. I really believe it. Yeah.
But naps, a benefit of self-employment. And also working from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with an extremely flexible staff. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's up next?
All right. Next question. Let's see. Never have you ever set something on fire while cooking?
Oh no, I definitely have. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I was making what I thought was going to be an outstanding dinner for some guests a couple of years ago, and it was still pretty good. But like, it was like this pork loin roast all rolled up, and it had like a lot of fat on it. So it starts in the oven, and then the last step is to take it out of the oven and then stick it in a pan with like a thin coating of vegetable oil and give it that crisp. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I take this giant loin roast and I hold it over the pan, and a couple of, it was like a mixture of grease and whatever water was actually in the meat hits the pan, huge flame, like licks the ceiling. There's still black marks on the ceiling from that day, and I was like screaming and freaking out, and everybody's in like the dining room like waiting patiently, and Amanda's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it's great." And then I just skipped that step altogether, and I was like, we'll just have it with like a soft outside, because we're all gonna die if I try to do that again.
I have a follow-up question, but it's not for you. So, wife in Boston, he said that he screamed. Was it like a girl? Was it? I need to know, what was the decibel and screechiness of that particular scream? And as she's answering this, I will say, she did say, OMG, yes, Tom is scarred from this. That was her answer as soon as this question was asked.
Yeah, she remembers it. And there was a flash that you could see from the kitchen. Like if you were looking towards the kitchen, you would have seen a warm flash come from the doorway from the kitchen.
I know that one well, because I was actually, one of my careers, I was being a nanny for a very a well-to-do family, and there were frozen things, and I put them in a pan with hot oil and the frozen ice into the hotness. Yeah. I screamed
Yikes.
like a girl. And there are probably still black marks on their house. I don't know. That's not the career I still have today.
Wow. Nanny / arsonist. Got it.
That's not the day that the firemen came, though.
Oh, wow. So my description of your job is accurate. My goodness.
Oh, goodness. No, it wasn't my fault that day. That was just like an electrical weird thing. So, Wife in Boston says Tom has a brief but high pitched scream similar to a cartoon character.
Which cartoon character? It's so vague.
Oh my
I want
God.
to know which cartoon character
I
I
love
sound like.
her. When this whole thing lifts, I am totally going to say that we should totally get together and drink beers or something. Somebody else wants to know what you're drinking.
Oh, me? I'm drinking rye whiskey neat.
Very nice.
Sazerac rye whiskey to be specific, which is my favorite because it's affordable.
It's an affordable rye whiskey.
Yeah.
I have a whiskey as well, but I don't know if you've noticed, I have spilled it on myself at least 3 times trying to drink it because I can't get the cover on, and I am not good with ice cubes. I can't get the cover on because I put 2 ice cubes in here because I was like, it's going to melt really quickly. It's not.
The cup is too well insulated.
Yeah. I made a whiskey drink. It's not just straight whiskey and ice. It's cider syrup with some a good healthy portion of whiskey and some different bitters, chocolate,
Ooh.
orange, accidentally vanilla. I can't say the other one. What's the other one? The aromatic one, the
Angostura.
that one.
Oh yeah, the classic.
The classic one, the one that I can't make my mouth say. It tastes really good, but I have literally spilled it on myself every time I've tried to drink it. So I switched over to whatever Jason brought out to me in this beer koozie.
I have a simple solution for your whiskey spilling problem. I highly recommend a straw. It's like a little tube that you can put inside your cocktail.
I appreciate that. I've been having this problem forever, and I've not been able to figure out how to master this. So, thank you so much.
I'm so happy to be of service. They've been making them for years now. For
Really?
years. Little known secret though.
Yeah, it must be. It's shocking to me. I've never even heard of such a thing. Let's do, did you give us each a point for burning the house down?
I did, I think. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's do one more before we...
Can I ask a question? Am I winning
Yeah.
or losing? Is each check mark you get bad for you? Is it like golf?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The points don't matter. I think there's like a...
It's the stories that are important.
yeah, you've had more stories. So I think
Fair
you're
enough.
winning.
I was just wondering. Just looking at the lines on the
See,
screen.
you've lived more life than I
It
have.
looks like you're winning, Tom. So.
Yes. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you, Dad.
Right. Last question. You ready?
Kev says straws have had some bad publicity lately. Let's be honest.
It's true. It's true. But I bet Kev from the bunker's got some nice stainless steel straws in his bunker.
We actually have stainless steel straws, and we have like the little silicone tops that go on them because I'm a klutz and I would break my face if I didn't put the little silicone tops on top of them.
That's fair. I didn't even know that was a thing. Actually, that sounds great because I use our stainless straws pretty often, and like occasionally you bite down a little hard, or like you poke your tooth with the open end of the straw. Yeah. It does seem like a recipe for disaster. Maybe it's time to invest in some silicone straw hats.
That's exactly what they're called. You should just Google, like, Amazon that. Mom, thank you so very much for those bits. We really appreciate it. Very much. Thank you very much for being here every single week, and also thank you for those bits. Also, the straw thing, Tom, we have our cocktail straws, the short little ones.
Mm-hmm.
We have silicone cocktail straws.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, I like those.
those ones we have.
Those are my favorite.
I'm taking notes.
We just bring you here to like spend your money and get you to follow people. That's it. Jedi,
Yeah.
thank you so much for those 5 gifted subs.
Thanks, Jedi.
We will add those puzzle pieces to our very much hidden puzzle that is behind me. Someday maybe we'll figure out how to actually show you that on a regular basis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I see that Peter has gone to bed per usual and is still here.
That's how it always happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Jason,
Do you
one.
think he just sleep chats?
I think maybe
Yeah.
he does it like with his like REM cycle. Just
Yeah.
like
I think so.
Yeah.
Must be.
so one last really good one.
Yeah.
So we can let Tom go and I can stay on Wife in Boston's good side so that she and I can become best friends.
Okay. Fair enough. Last question of Never Have You Ever. Accidentally said I love you to somebody.
Oh, you freaking know I have.
No.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man. That's like, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah. I feel like I might have, like when I was a kid talking to a teacher. I
That
can
one's
specifically
So embarrassing.
oh my God. Well, there was one time, like I was in first grade, and this will probably tell you something about me. Like I referred to my first grade teacher as mom. This is really fucking weird. Like even my first grade brain was like, oh fuck. Yeah, I don't actually think I've accidentally said I love you to anybody.
Well,
Like without meaning it. You know what I mean?
I've
Like, without-
accidentally not meant it, but said it.
like it didn't just slip out. You know, it was like it was a premeditated I love you. You know what I mean?
I knew I was going to say it and not mean it, but I meant to not mean it when I said it.
So what's yours? I'm dying to hear yours since this is clearly a setup.
Yeah, clearly. So there's multiple times. First, I must tell Peter that if you hug me, I will cut you. And second, there was something else I needed to say. Susie Funtown says you are Tom with wrong hat. And
I know. It's true.
Leahy says that you said it to them today. No, this week. Sorry. Anonymous Cheer, thank you for the 100 bits and starting that hype train up. So
You're just stalling right now.
Kim Janet will cut you also if you try to hug her. I didn't know we had that in common. I'm glad I made that emote. So one of the most prevalent times in our life that it came up is I had this dog who was amazing and sweet and wonderful, and he was a nervous dog, but so sweet. And he sure, welcome in, and thank you so much for those bits. It means a lot that you're here and that you then also gave us bits. Thank you so much for that. So the dog was always trying to like please me, and he had an accident, and so then he like tried to cover it up by like, this is going to be a weird story, but it's coming back full circle. Hold on. And so then he like tried to get rid of it, and then he got sick, and so it was like everywhere, and it was just so gross, and I couldn't get a hold of Adjacent, and so I called our friend from work, and I couldn't get hold of him either, so I just like left this whole voicemail message, and I was like, John, I need you to get a hold of Jason. I don't know. There's this whole thing, and it's really gross, and I don't know how to handle it, and I don't know. Okay, I love you. Bye. No. I don't love you. I mean, you're a good person. I don't love you though. Can you just have Jason call me? It's really bad. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Oh no. Wow, yeah. That's real. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
That's
like
incredible.
a whole thing, and it thank you for chucking that ricotta sandwich at me, Jedi. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so it was a whole entire thing, and that's definitely not the first time. I think I've cut myself, and I've also told John I loved him when I was trying to get a hold of you.
It's always him, huh?
Often, I think there might be some.
Ooh, is that a
Some
pattern? That sounds like a
That's
pattern.
interesting.
Yeah, there might be. Thank you so much for your sub, Kev. Really appreciate that. Um, oh, what else? Oh, and then you gifted one to Tom in Boston. Welcome to the
Thank you.
flamingo family. Do you know what a group of flamingos are called?
No. What are they called?
A flamboyance.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, totally
Huh.
real.
That's pretty rad.
I mean, it's pretty
dig.
good.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good. I know that a group of cats is called a clouder,
A group
which
of
is
crows are a murder.
that I think I knew.
That was freaky. Like, why would you ever be like, look at that murder?
Yeah, I don't get that. Something happened to somebody once with crows, and they coined that term for a group of crows.
Yeah, yeah. Jedi, thank you for that gift sub to Cheer and also to Rufy. Thank you so very much. We really do appreciate all of that. Amazing, amazing kindness. We really do appreciate it. I don't know how to do all of the things that must be said in words and
My
stuff.
goodness, you folks.
I have a hard time with words sometimes, which makes it really hard to be somebody that does interviews.
Well, you're doing great.
Thanks. Unrelated, but you know how I told you that my head jumps? Have you ever watched Schitt's Creek?
No, my wife has. Wife in Boston has. She's a big fan.
See, I'm telling you. Listen, wife in Boston. Listen, someday you and me, girl, totally getting together. We have more in common than I can even tell you. I can't tell you right now, but someday I'll tell you. Adjacent knows. I can't, but I caught it. I caught it earlier. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cryptic, but I'll leave it.
Yeah, we just kind of, gotta leave it at the moment. But it was just like, yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much. What is your schedule? Because it's too early for me in the morning to connect the dots, except that you're on early.
Yeah, so I should publish it one of these days, like an adult. But my schedule is consistently
Adulting
Monday,
sucks.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's challenging sometimes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern time, and since August, it's been super consistent. So I'm proud of myself for that.
Good job.
I will not be live. Well, seriously, it's like that time in the morning. You could just be like, I don't want to do this,
I hear you.
but I do want to do it, so I do it. But I won't be live this Friday, but next week I'll be back on my regular hours, I think. So, yeah.
You put an I think on there. You gave yourself wiggle room.
It's not. There's our schedule for the weekend is up in the air because we're traveling, so we'll see.
Um, tomorrow is Friday. That is true.
Right.
So not tomorrow, but
Not tomorrow.
other than holidays or eves of holidays.
Yeah. Or if I'm dead, then I won't be able to stream.
Fair.
So
Yeah,
that's that's another circumstance that would make it difficult, I think.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's a difficult one to get past.
Yeah, you really can't do a lot about it.
No. That one you just kind of have to be okay with.
Yeah,
Happens.
somebody does.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people can not be okay with it, but it just is still the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
this took a dark turn.
It really did.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay. Sometimes we talk about the real issues here.
Death.
I would.
It's a real issue, the fundamental issue, I think.
Yeah, I like to say normally we don't at all, but sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. If you have not already followed Tom in Boston, you should, because you should at least catch the VODs, because if you haven't followed Tom in Boston, it's because you're not awake at that time. So you're going to have to catch the VODs.
Yeah, I get a lot of the Europeans and the Australians who stay up too late, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome, though. You guys are really fun. Thanks for having me.
You're really fun. Thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate it. And, maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, of course. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just be streaming, and I will catch more of your streams. I've been meaning to drop in, but I don't actually know your schedule. So I checked out a bunch of your VODs in advance of this just to understand what the show is like, and it seems awesome. I love what you're doing here.
Thank you so much. I will make it super, super easy for you to know our schedule.
I'm ready.
Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's
All right,
it.
I got it.
That's it.
Mental note taken.
Thank you so much. I need to say some thank yous. Just 1 second before I let you go, I want to say one more thing to you. Shira, thank you for the community gift sub. Ms. Janet, thank you for the community gift sub. Jedi, thank you for a gift sub to New Wave. Keb, jumped up Jiminy Crickets. Kev, thank you for the gift sub to Sean. And Peter, thank you so very much for the 4 community gift subs. We really appreciate it. We are planning on doing this. We have a tiki hideaway that we made during the pandemic in our side yard because we couldn't go anywhere and our world got very, very tiny. And so in order to make it bigger, we had to take over parts of our yards, and so we made a whole tiki hideaway to be able to hang out in, and we plan on having people come up here and actually visit us if they can, to do streams in our area from either on our show or their show or whatever. It's quite beautiful, actually.
That's awesome. Sounds awesome.
So we would love to have you up here when it's not winter.
Sure.
But only way you're invited is if you bring your wife.
I'll bring her.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tom in Boston. Please make sure you go and follow him. He's on way early in the morning. We're on way late at night. So, watch the VODs of one of us and go watch the other one live. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And
yeah.
I'll see you for 5 minutes next time you're on.
Sounds great. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you too, guys. Bye. Do we just leave?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay, bye. See you. Hi, guys. Hello. Thank you all for that amazing hype train work. That was amazing. It still seems to be going. We are 60% through a level 5 hype train. Wow. That is crazy banana pants. I am just blown away by your generosity. Thank you. And thank you so much to Tom in Boston for being here. I knew it was going to be fun, but I'm glad it was so much fun. I knew it was going to be fun, but
he's a good dude.
Yeah. I like talking with people where I can actually say words, because I can't type them this fast and as sarcastically as I want to.
Oh yeah, you can't get it across quite fast enough.
No.
Much closer. She broke the mic. Okay,
I broke the mic. The new one is coming in the middle of next week.
I can't clip it to myself anymore. Is that better?
Just hold it
I can hold it for the rest of the stream. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or
in and out.
A 1 for yes, a 0 for no.
Should Peter go to another stream? Another thing about Peter. Peter, you take over the step. Main Mammy, thank you so much for gifting.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to hold it the rest of the stream.
Thank you for gifting that to Matt Suarez. I really appreciate it. Aaron Gets Creative, thank you so much for being in here. 2 more community gift subs.
Maybe I can just dangle it over my ear. It's like I made myself a headset. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. It looks
I'm
great.
trying to get new headphones in here. I mean, mics in here though. So hopefully I won't have to do this too much longer.
Jamie says that actually worked.
Nice. I should have thought of this earlier.
Yeah,
So thanks for the suggestion.
that's great.
It feels kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm willing to sacrifice
It looks perfectly normal.
for the benefit of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like entertainer with the little mic.
The little mic.
Yeah. Should Peter go to bed?
It says that we hype train complete at a level 5. Community contributed 20 gift subs and 1,100 bits. Thank you so much, you crazy, crazy, wonderful group of flamboyants.
Yeah, Jedi, I don't like that the poll and the hype train status overlay each other.
I understand. I don't either.
It's a flaw.
Yep.
I also don't like how this camera, every single stream, keeps getting closer to my face.
We're working on these things. I feel like we came a really far ways this time.
No, I'm happy with where we are today. It's definitely smoother.
Get to bed. It's past 4 a.m. Peter, go to bed. That is the consensus. There you go. We found out what it means.
Now you know. I can't delete it, so.
I don't know what to do.
Whoever that one person that wants me to say I'm sorry.
Host, delete. Is that me? Am I the host? Do I do that?
What are you doing?
I think. Do you do that? He said to delete it. I don't know how to do that choice.
I don't know if you can delete mods.
He said host, delete it. But I don't know how to do that. He's fine. Carry on. Carry on.
Moving on.
Okay, so I think we've got if you haven't heard me the past 5 times I said it, go follow tominboston. Amazing guitar player. The stuff that he just like goes with his fingers and it just comes out and it's amazing. It's fantastic. Make sure you do that.
I love jumping in his stream in the morning. It's like it's just really, it just makes you feel good.
Yep. It does. It does. And if you're better at working and lurking than me, it's a wonderful way to start your day.
I usually am. I've been really busy the last month or so, but normally.
Yeah. You're normally good at the working and lurking.
Yeah.
I'm normally horrible at the working and lurking. Not that I just can't be in it. It's I just want to talk to everybody.
Right.
You are good at like being there and listening and like being supportive, but still being there.
Mm.
I am just not good.
You're not good at being there.
Not being there and not talking.
Not interacting. But that's how I used to be, but I interact more with streamers now and chats than I used to. So that's why it's been harder for me to be in Twitch streams when I have a lot of work to do, because I do get distracted.
Yeah. If it's my fault, I apologize, but also if it's my fault, I don't apologize. So.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. I understand.
Yeah.
It's fine. I love Twitch. I'm not upset about it.
Yep.
I love, I wouldn't have met all these people if I hadn't have jumped in streams and started talking to people.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Sometimes we just have to like go MIA so that we can get shit done. And then we can like come back.
Yes.
It seems like every morning though I'm like, hey Tom, how are you doing? So good to see you. Okay, well, bye. That's how we roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Push the next set of buttons.
All right. We'll see.
Let's see if
how
they
this
work.
goes. So where are we going to? We're going to this.
This wonderful game we like to play.
What is this? What do we got here?
All right. I say we like to play it. I like to play it.
Like in past tense? Because I think this is the first time we've played it.
No, it's not. This is where we found the pigs.
Oh, right, the pigs.
This is where everybody went and gave like pigs treats, and everybody loved the pigs.
That was special, actually. How did I forget that?
I don't know how you forgot
I forgot that it was this segment. I remember it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So, in this part of the show, I find random Twitch names of streamers, and Jason has to try to guess what they stream.
How could I forget being on the spot like this? So is it my turn to guess? Is there any more build-up, or is that it?
That's it. It's your turn to guess.
Whew, Fluffletown.
Fluffletown.
Oh, Fluff. There's been a lot of talk in our Discord about fluffy cats lately. No, just whisper me, Rox. Just
don't whisper him. Don't tell him.
Just whisper me. Just okay. Fluffletown. Town of Fluffles.
Yes, that's perfect. What are the Fluffles?
Sounds like a kids' TV show.
So it's a kids' TV show stream. Is that your final answer?
I think that's against TOS, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, yes. I'm gonna say Fluffletown will be like a gaming streamer that does like something about kids TV shows. 13 plus. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. Yeah. So I'm gonna say it's like an above 13-year-old person that does gaming about like towns.
Okay, so it's a gaming streamer that streams about towns. Games about towns.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
it's Bunnies!
I was way off on this one.
Look, it's Bunnies!
You always go to animals. I should lean animal. I need to know better.
Fluffles! Oh, they're just so cute.
Are those like Fluffles? Do
Guess
they
so.
nickname them Fluffles in their stream?
I don't know.
Choice. Like you would have done better.
They're very, very, very cute. I think they are super adorbs. And there are 7 of them. I know my Fluffles from kids programs.
All right. I won't doubt you.
Oh, goodness.
There are 7 of them?
Yeah, there's 7 bunnies that are 24/7. And if you are a sub, you can use the water cam and side cam.
Side cam.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
I'm gonna have to check that out though.
there, meet our Fluffle. Fluffle is the term for a group of bunnies.
Why is it so many terms for groups of animals tonight?
Yeah, a group of bunnies, which is we have 7. They have Lala, Pascal, Juniper, Blueberry Spicehead.
What? That's random.
Vibi? V-I-B-I. Vibi?
Probably Vibby. We're gonna go Vibey though.
We're going to go with Vibi. Dom and Peanut. So,
There's one name that's an outlier in there.
it was named after me.
Not that one.
Oh. Do you mean Blueberry Spicehead?
Yes.
I forgot to say it was Juniper Lightning Bug.
Not
Sorry.
Vibby. Hey C-Dub, how you doing?
Welcome in, C-Dub. We're looking at bunnies. This is Fluffletown. Fluffle is a name for a group of bunnies.
Not a stream where someone over 13 plays games about towns. You learn something new every stream.
You really do. Yes, if you are not already following our friend C-Dub Guitar, please make sure that you go over and follow him. And C-Dub Guitar, I feel like my brain said that I had actually reached out to you, but I don't think I did. So you and I need to connect. You want to press the next set of buttons?
I would love to.
All right, so there's a lot of things I must say about this one. C-Dub, we're doing quite well tonight. We actually were able to start stream without feeling like we were having a panic attack. So that was good.
Really good.
So
Yeah.
really wonderful. So
Joyce is just trying to throw me off now, I'm pretty sure.
I must say that oodles of noodle underscore is different than oodles of noodles underscore, and also different than oodles of noodle with no underscore. There are many oodles of noodle variations that are not streamers. But this particular variation is a streamer, but you must make sure that you get it correct.
I must make sure I get it correct.
Well, the name of it, or you won't end up with a streamer.
Okay.
So it's oodle of singular noodle.
Oodles of noodles. I mean, it's hard not to say that this is some sort of cooking stream.
There's one noodle.
I feel like you're telling me I'm wrong.
No, I'm just saying, don't say an S. When I first sent it over, so I try to make sure I let Rox know ahead of time which random weird down the rabbit hole that I haven't told you about streamers I'm going to be putting on our show.
Yeah.
And when I sent her over a link, the link didn't work because Discord misread it.
You didn't mistype it. Discord misread it?
Yeah, like I copied and pasted it, and because of the underscore, it misread the name. And then when I tried to look it up, I put an S, and oodles of noodles underscore has 3 followers and is not a streamer.
Should we still follow them, though?
Maybe. What would
They
they
might
think
need the
if
help if
44 people just started streaming? I'm like,
If they only have 3,
instantaneously.
it seems like they need some help getting started.
So Shira says pool noodle streaming. Crafting. Pool noodle crafting. That'd be really cool. But it would, it's how much you can do with one noodle?
Jedi, our Christmas tree this year is being held up with rope. We also lost the fight with the Christmas tree this year. It happens.
Oh, it really does. Like, yeah, so normally we get Christmas trees with like big trunks.
Mm-hmm.
But this trunk was a lot smaller. Like for the height of it, it was a lot smaller. So the trunk was smaller, but it still was big enough that it should have been okay. But it was really soft, so that it just like fell into the like screws. So it just like went down.
Yeah, it just leaned right over.
It just went right into the screws. It didn't even
at all.
care.
It didn't care anything we did. It just like every time.
Yeah, who was telling me? Somebody was telling me that it's one of my coworkers was telling me that because of the rain and how wet it was this summer, a lot of the trees had a lot of issues. So I'm not sure if that had something to do with it, but it not only fell over, like completely fell over once and broke our 2021 Christmas ornament.
Yeah.
Like broke it, and I had to like go and then use pliers to take off the broken bits. But then it almost tipped over multiple times, and I tied it, and then I didn't tie it in enough places, and so then it started leaning and listing again, so I had to tie it again. So it is like tied and tethered in like 4 points.
Yeah, which is right next to, if any of you have seen our Discord, a picture went up this week about our cats being able to
Learning how to open the
learn how to
doors.
jump up and open the door to the side of our basement with the furnace, the workbench, all the bad stuff.
Mm.
We have a finished side and an unfinished side. they learned this week how to jump up and pull the handle down to get into that. These are like brand new kittens. They're like 10 weeks old.
Yeah.
So now we have a rope from that door handle tying off to a part of our wall, and also the same part of the wall is tied over to a Christmas tree, holding it up. So now we have like this junction of rope basically just holding up everything in that area so disaster doesn't happen.
Luckily, one of the mini islands was really into ballet, so we put up a ballet bar on that wall, and so now we're using it as a tether point for the tree and for the cats to not get in the door. There is also a bungee, so we have like a tie around the door, but then like to be able to hook the door a little more quickly, we have a bungee that kind of like hooks around. Like, if y'all want to go join our Discord,
you can follow along with the saga, see what the cats get into next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you've noticed, we brought cats on the first week we got them. They were on stream.
Mm-hmm.
They have not been on stream since. We would love to have them back on. But
Stuart, welcome in.
They can cause a ruckus.
Yeah, we're trying to get our feet back underneath us.
So we're just waiting until the stream is in good shape, and then we're gonna bring them back in. You'll see them again.
I was gonna mention that we didn't have our.
We've just gone completely sidetracked off this.
Oodles of Noodle. That's right. Oodles of Noodle. What do you think they are?
I had some good suggestions in there, but I'm just, it's cooking.
Cooking. All right, cooking. Press
gut.
the button. No, it's a game streamer. She says something about being an odd noodle or a perfect noodle.
She's the right kind of extra.
She is the right kind of. That's right. She is the right kind of extra. She does game streaming and is the right kind of extra. I think that she is has the most amazing name. She has 513 followers right now, and she streams games like Road 96, Sims 4, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, which I feel like I've heard enough people talk about it that I might like that game. I don't know. I feel like it's something that might be up my alley.
I believe we own it, but haven't played it.
I really need to look into that.
Yeah.
I know that I do not like Minecraft.
So, harsh words.
I mean, maybe I really do like Minecraft.
Ripping our kids' hearts out.
They're not going to watch this far into the VOD.
That's true.
All right, so we are going to go into our emote wall now, but we need to clear this clutter right out of here. And we're going to listen to some wonderful music by some Christmas song. Clear it away. Let's do it. Come on, girls.
There it goes.
Oop, this is the wrong song. Woo! This is a good one. This isn't the right one, though.
Interesting.
Do you want to try to see if you can pull up the right one and bring this one back later?
Yeah.
You just go down to Spotify. Just bring it up on Spotify. That one, right there.
This one?
Yep. This one's a little bit. There we go. Is it gonna update?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe not. It should update, but if it doesn't, this is by Wild Play. Doesn't want to. So close to being right.
It was working so well before.
I know. Yeah, let me drop their name into. So this is Christmas 85 by Wild Play Music. They, yes, we are going to listen to it a little bit later. shout out. That's what it's called. Do you want to try to see if you push that button if it'll work?
Which button?
The blue button over there.
And you snuggling up to me. It's the merriest I'll be. Still remember the first time we kissed under Christmas lights. The year was 1985.
This is Wild Play Music.
This one?
Yeah. And I really enjoy this song. There we go.
A little reset. All right.
I asked them, I've asked them about this song because it's Christmas 85 and neither of them are old enough to know about Christmas in 85. And they said that they just really like the idea of falling in love and Christmas in a much simpler time.
I like that.
Yeah. I was only 4, so I don't know if it was a much simpler time.
It's tough to remember.
It does, yeah. Welcome in, KTGFTW. We actually listened to KTGFW song last week. Welcome in, Raiders. Cannot say words. Welcome in, Raiders. We are having our emote wall fun. Oh, Minnie. Welcome in, welcome in. Bootsy. Welcome in, everybody.
Hey everybody. Hey Bootsy.
So this song is actually over on Spotify, so make sure that you go and check it out there. Make sure that our Spotify has paused. KT, so many letters. KTGFTW. If you recall from last week, folks, we listened to their song about the penguins that were blue in the South Pole during our emote wall, and that was on Bandcamp. So make sure you go and you check them out over there, and make sure you go and check out Wild Play Music here on Twitch and over on Spotify. Thank you for playing along with our emote wall. Yeah. What do you guys think about I can't get in my, it's way over above you. Can you just go like this? What do you think about the little scrolling dates above a Jason's head? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's a good thing? I had it in. I thought it was good that it was kind of telling you who's coming up next, but I'll take your thoughts on it. Want to press the next button? We can go to the next screens.
I will.
So here we have our thank you for that sub to KTFW Jedi. Here we're watching Erin Gets Creative. She is a craft streamer.
New hobby. Who dis?
I feel like most of my work looks like that.
Mammy says they could be able to.
I love that she has really got an entire community. They've all become really close friends.
Hello, Island Vibing. This project has not gone as planned. I am not technological at all. I have realized just how true that is with this setup. So we're just gonna roll with it because that's a good life lesson. Making a gnome today. I have 3 chunks of clay, 1 large, 1 a little bit smaller, and 1 tiny. This is going to be
making
the
a snowman that you can like keep.
hair of the gnome, if you will. I'm just gonna loosely form it into like a rock type shape. Jeez, Dobby, I'm so sorry. My dog is like doing one of those reverse hiccups things. I promise you he's not dying, and I am a responsible pet owner.
Our dog does that all the time.
Right now. I think he wants food, but it's
He
not
does
quite
it
dinner
whenever.
time. So that little hole that I just made is going to be his nose. It is in your best interest to start adding texture hair now. Otherwise, you're working around a hat and a nose and this. Oops, I just stabbed it. This is one of those times where it would be really nice if I could zoom, fast forward, know what I'm doing. But this is the sort of stuff that you get to see when you come hang out with me.
What I like about this one is
you
that
get to
it
see me work through
seems
stuff.
like something I could actually
that one
do.
is really big. So we'll just form that back a little bit closer. There. All right, so we've got a base texture here of our fur, hair, and dog fur. And dog fur, I wasn't kidding. So now we can take our nose that's been fully conditioned, round it off, find where you want your front, and pop that puppy in. Whoops, look what I just found. I found where I stabbed him there. Okay. And now our nose is in. We're gonna take this that's also been reconditioned, ball it, kind of cone it almost. And then I take my ball tool, hold it in my hand, and smush this down in. And now I'm just gonna work, like I'm building a hat, and you can kind of start to see. But the biggest thing is I have this big area here to fill in. So I'm going to widen with my ball in my hand. And then we can just kind of flute it out a little bit. But I like to give him a little bit of a twist. So I'm just making this kind of long.
Sorry about that, folks.
Things happen. Things changed. Things just happen sometimes. Ooh. All right, here we
Loosely
go.
form it into like a rock type
A little
shape.
further.
Jeez, Dobby, I'm so sorry.
Little
My dog is like
further.
doing one of those reverse hiccups things. I promise you he's not dying, and
We just get to watch a little bit more of
Oops,
Aaron.
that one is really big. So we'll just form that back a little bit closer. There.
Things happen.
All right, so we've got a
Things
base
happen,
texture
things
here
happen.
of our fur, hair, and dog fur. And dog fur, I wasn't kidding. So now we can take our nose,
You want to make sure you're
That's been
really
fully
paying
conditioned.
attention to that particular spot.
round it off, find where you want your front, and pop that puppy in. Whoops, look what I just found. I found where I stabbed him there. Okay. And now our nose is in. We're gonna take this that's also been reconditioned, ball it, kind of cone it almost. And then I take my ball tool, hold it in my hand, and smush this down in. And now I'm just gonna work, like I'm building a hat, and you can kind of start to see. But the biggest thing is I have this big area
You need
here
to make sure you make it
fill
big
in.
enough. I want
So,
you to make sure
I'm
you
going
have
to
the exact
widen
process, Stuart.
with my ball in my hand.
I like that she gives a little because my brain
And then
automatically went to
We can
the
just
place
kind
where
of
that's
flute it out
funny
a little
too.
bit. But I like to give him a little bit of a twist. So I'm just making this kind of long.
No, we're not restarting again, Stuart.
And I need to establish a point. And in that instance, it was easier to just pull off and make a new one because I'd made it a little bit too
I think it looks like fun, but I also think it looks like something I
So,
can make
need
and
to
make
figure
look
out how I
good.
want this hat to go on him, and I think
It's very
I want that to
inspiring.
curl forward in his face up front.
Stuart,
So we just take our hat that we fluted, and then you'd pop them in the oven with a little tent of foil and cure them for however long your package directions say. I usually go at least an hour though. But that's
look how cute
our
he
little
is.
guy. That's our little guy, our little Nomeo. Thanks for watching this, and I hope that you pop on by.
Look how adorable he is. Where are you? There you are.
There.
Okay. So, 1, sorry for the interruption. 2, Maid Mammy, I can see what you saying. We'll try to make the text a little darker. 3, I don't think I have the little ball tool to like hold the ball in my hands.
So you just was missing one tool.
I think so.
That's pretty cool though.
I do. I think it looks pretty easy. And I pulled this slide out of her video because not only did I giggle when she said she holds the ball in her hand, when I got to this slide of her video, it really really cemented in place just how funny she was. So I've had a Mac before, so I know that on Mac you can I like the make a rock part, says Rook. I know that you can pretty easily make these videos, but then at the end they're like, fill in all of these places with information. And she did so in such a funny, sarcastic way.
Like Eric.
Yeah, there's...
Okay, it's Aaron.
Exactly. And I like the one that's like, Aaron. There's just like lots of little subtle pieces of humor in there that makes it a lot of fun. And she definitely has that way of talking, and it's something she's learning to do. So if you're interested in getting into something like working with clay, like when she was showing all of her fails, that is how all of the things I've ever tried to make, that's what they all look like.
It's not intimidating.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's some streamers that make beautiful things, and I'm like, I will never make that. But it feels like that little gnome, I know how to make a rock. And I probably know how to stab something too and get cat hair in it. So,
For sure.
yeah. Susie Funtown, hello, how are you? Also, I know how to mess up things. As point if, all you can see here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got left? Anything much?
What do we have left?
I think we got some thank yous.
Yeah, that's
We got
most
some.
of the show here.
Most of it, right?
Yeah. What do we have? A community calendar?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Push a
Let's
button.
Wait. Wrap up.
Gotta wrap up.
We gotta wrap up.
Wrap it.
All right. We summing up what we just talked about?
I think so.
All right.
So throughout the whole show, we have been talking to Tom in Boston. We've had an amazing conversation with him. We learned that he sets things on fire and he likes to get naked. Pretty sure that's what we learned about him.
Yep. 100%.
Yep.
That's all you need to know about him.
So you need to know. Go follow Tom in Boston. He likes to get naked and set things on fire. That's not what his stream is about, though. He plays the guitar.
But that's what he cares about.
And he takes naps in the middle of the day. Also, Fluffletown is about bunnies, not about a town, a gamer town. No?
That game's hard. Every time I zig, it zags.
And Oodles of Noodle, with an underscore, is a game streamer and not a chef. On the other hand, Chef Negan is a very amazing chef that will make you hungry. She was making cookies today.
Oh yeah, I wanted some of those.
I want cookies. Yeah. And we heard Wild Play Music and their Christmas 85. They were not alive then, but it was a lot more simple time to fall in love and enjoy Christmas.
In theory.
In theory. We can't tell you. We were little tiny children
I wasn't of that age at that point.
No,
I couldn't do those things.
We were falling in love with stuffies and chocolate milk. I don't know. What do you do when you're that age?
Probably would have loved chocolate milk then, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jedi, for gifting the Guy Orchestra.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The Guy Orchestra, welcome in.
A couple of little notes from this side of the camera. One, we have new microphones coming this way. Thanks to Kev from the bunker who raided in. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, I missed that Proud and Nasty followed us. Thank you so very much. Appreciate that. Also, thank you for the raid, KTGFTW, who has a great Christmas song that you should get before your holiday is complete. However many hours away that is from you.
There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time. It's on Bandcamp. It's about penguins. I love penguins. Happy holiday, Merry Christmas, fa la la, all of the times. Or if you don't like them, Happy Grinchmas.
Okay.
I don't know. Jedi said Happy Holidays. Happy all of the times for you.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, Kev from the bunker is helped us figure out what we need for microphones. So we are working on that. Jamie is here. Thank you. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie.
Also, all of those little songs, little music clips, we are talking to Tommy Graven Music. Tommy Graven.
Tommy Graven Official.
Tommy Graven Official. And he is going to be working with us in the new year to make some fun little island-inspired clips for us.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Do we have any other... do we have any other news of notes? Sita was in here earlier. He's amazing.
Noteworthy news.
Noteworthy news.
I mean, it's been a pretty good stream.
It's been, I mean, we didn't mess things up like completely. It didn't shut down.
There's been a couple.
Oh, Aaron Gets Creative made a gnome for us. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, we just saw that, but it's worth recapping.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
We broke that in the middle, but then fixed it, and that way Stuart didn't miss anything.
We wanted to make sure that you could catch that middle section.
You know, Stuart obviously must be getting a little bit older. His kids are older than ours, and we're older. So we wanted to make sure that he got to see it.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, he was trolling us.
It's true.
He comes in here and trolls us. We can troll him sometimes.
But he's the mod father, so careful.
Do you think there'll ever be like mod father duels? Because we've got Peter.
Oh, on our stream?
Yeah, we got Peter.
Are we going to host mod father duels?
Jamie always trolls us too, yeah. Yeah, are we going to have to like Jason Dia?
Yeah, no one ever trolls us. It's just Stuart. All right, goodbye.
All right, we should probably say our thank yous.
Yeah. All right. All right, goodness.
That freaking Lucille. Did you know that was her name? That's Lucille. She won't let us get away with anything.
Kev says you're watching your words, your enunciation when you're talking about me now. Like you're aware of something.
It's like I've been aware that Kev is, being so super awesome, wonderful, and not trolling me at all. At all. So that last little clip had Lucille in it. So hope you like Lucille. She'll be around more. She's going to be hosting our alerts in the near future. Kev, I am going to come up there to Toronto. But first, let's say some thank yous.
Moving on.
Oh, no. Calendar events. Tomorrow, maybe at noon Eastern, Paspinall gave us this little wonderful piece of information. Jordan Lane and her husband Ecklo and her brother Mr. Lane Diggity will all be streaming together tomorrow at noon Eastern.
Ish. We know ish.
We're pretty good at the ish.
That's how long we stream. That's how you make drinks.
I made a real drink this week.
I know. Yeah.
I
weird.
made. Here's the problem though. I made like a rum cream, like based on Irish cream stuff, but then it turned into like mousse.
Yeah, the texture was off.
But not like off, like chunky. It was like mousse. It's like you eat it with a spoon.
Go for it, Susie. Just type away with those commands. If you come up with some good ones, maybe we'll throw them in there. Just keep trying them out. Susie Funtime is the bestest.
As long as she doesn't start trying to hug people, we're fine.
In this stream, totally.
In this stream, we don't hug.
Yeah, so I'm sure many of you have seen Jordan Lane before, and Ecklo also streams, and Mr. Lane Diggity. I believe they all have their own streams. But
Ecklo and Mr. Lane Diggity don't stream music as often.
No.
But they do.
Ecklo's a great poker streamer who also does music. He's a good poker streamer. He's good at music. I like their streams together. They vibe really well together.
Yeah, it's a good thing they got married and made a baby.
Seems like a good decision on their part.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Any who's it, what's it? A lot of people are having a difficult time telling us when they'll be streaming this weekend or canceling streams because it is Christmas. So our next event on the list is a Hawaiian holly jolly penguin. Nope. Flamingo filled Christmas. So find your closest flamingo, give them a nice little hug, and have a holly jolly time.
Yep. So do that.
That's
Mark it down.
Mark it down on your calendar. Find a palm tree, and that's it.
That's it. That's all the events.
That's it. That's all of them. That's all we have this week.
And that brings up the fact that if you do have an event that you know is coming up or in the future, please drop it in our Discord. We are always looking for more events to...
Arco, only if you have a flamingo, you can hug the flamingo. That's it. Flamingos might like hugs. Also, they're probably going to peck your eyes out. It'll be funny to watch.
Oh goodness.
Not like Arco's eyes specifically, like anybody that hugs them.
Oh, right.
I wouldn't want that to happen to Arco.
No, just other people.
Yeah. I really like Arco.
Yeah.
I'm really happy when he's here.
Yeah. Arco's awesome.
Yeah. So not Arco specifically. Like you and the royal you.
Okay, moving on.
So as Jason was saying, if you know an event, let us know an event. We want to be able to share it with people. And we're going to try to figure out how to do a calendar. Right
Mhm.
now, all we're coming up with is really ugly options.
Yeah, we've got things in the works, just not the perfect plan yet.
Really ugly options. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't like really ugly options. Okay, so now we have a, as we're wrapping up, the last little segment is we want to give some quick shout outs that are given out by our mods. But to kick this off, we want to give one out to our mod. Looks like it might need to be leveled volume wise. So want to make sure that you go and follow. Oh, eekness. Want to make sure you go and follow our good buddy Lord Choice on his other channel, Vinyl Choice. He plays vinyl music, and we can all sit around. We had one of the most
Audio done.
Yeah, it's very quick. We had one of the most fun game nights we've had in a really long time at our kitchen table, just hanging out and chat. We had a board game out, and we just were listening to the vinyl that Choice had on.
Mm-hmm.
It was so much fun. If you are not following him, I think he's really close to 100 followers. Like, really, really close. If we could get him to... trying to remember based on what I saw last night when I was looking this information up. He's at 95 followers. If we can get him to 100 followers tonight, that would be amazing. So please heavily consider going and following him. Jason and I will often be found in there just hanging out, listening to some vinyl. We
as well as a few other people I see in here.
Yep,
right
New
now.
Wave is there a lot. Like literally, we've got vinyl all around us all the time. It's a little Johnny Cash right there. So yeah, we'll go and hang out with some friends, listen to some vinyl with all the wonderful cracks and pops that
Lord Choice shows up there sometimes. It's nice.
you can see. Not really at all creepy gloved hands shoot in there and change the records around for you. So if you're not following, please go do that and show our wonderful mod, Lord Choice, aka Vinyl Choice, some wonderful love, and we'll see you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, next up for Mod Love is...
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
is from Lord Choice, and it's to Call Sign Scarecrow. I found that clip, and I just thought it was so amazing. At first, I was like, where the heck is this going? And then when he started talking about the wheels on the bus, I was like, that is amazing. Yeah. It was great to see this.
It's very funny.
So make sure you go and check him out. Call Sign Scarecrow, a suggestion by our wonderful mod, Lord Choice. Who we got next?
Yep. And Hi Waxbirds.
Hi
Welcome in.
Waxbirds!
Another great couple music streamer.
Yes. Shout out to the Waxbirds. Go listen to them. They're down on the opposite side of the Earth in a different hemisphere, and having probably a lot better weather than we do. But also children. They've got children running around them too.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot more talent than we do.
Yes, they do. They are amazing.
So
I can't deny that.
No. There's so many people on Twitch that have like intense amount of
It came
talent.
out like an insult to me, but they are supremely talented, so I can't deny that.
No, I mean, we do not rank as high as any of these people that we put up there. It's okay.
It's true, though.
It's true.
I'm going to the country.
Oh, we just can't hear it.
I'm gonna pack
So we've
my
got Jay
things.
Pocock.
I'm going to the country.
people listen.
I will soar, I will fly, I'll soar all day and night.
So Jay didn't have any clips on Twitch, so I had to actually go grab this from YouTube. He does not look like that anymore. But he is just as amazing. And definitely worth a listen. This one is brought to us by our most wonderful Bring Me Rocks. So go over and check out Jay Bocott. I want to say boycott every time. My mouth wants to say it.
Him.
I don't want to, but my brain can't say boycott. I can't do it. I don't want to say it, but it makes it do it. Jay Bocott. He has been off stream for a little while, but he is now back. So make sure you go and give him a follow. Next up, we got one more.
Dark until dawn, or maybe something else. I'll leave the radio on, the radio on. There's no one to hear. You might as well scream. They never wake up from the
So this one, Cosmic Jammies put into our Discord yesterday to let us know about Trish King, and first thing she said, there, she's also from Maine, which is super awesome. We love finding other streamers from Maine. What I really loved about her is my uncle was a drummer in a band, and I don't know why or if it's necessarily true, but she reminds me of somebody that would sing in his band. And so I just think that she's wonderful. And when I told all of the mods I wanted their suggestions, I was like, so I need your suggestions. Jammies, I'd like to use this one you put in this other channel. And she's like, okay, yeah, I really think she's good. So, but I didn't really give her a choice. So next week, Jammies, you get whatever choice you would like. But Trish is wonderful.
Unless
and
you post somebody else and then vibing just makes the decision for you again.
But I think Trish is wonderful, and she really does touch some heartstrings. So yeah, these have been our mod love and our mods love.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Finally. This is where this is where Gary V. Lucas's song comes in. This just released out on Spotify. And on a winter's day, this is not supposed to go quite yet, but this is all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much. We will do our thank you in just a second. Flip-flop this. New followers, thank you so much for joining this stream. We really do appreciate it. Cheers, thank you so very much. We really appreciate you all being here and supporting us on this crazy endeavor that we have decided to jump on at a very interesting time in the calendar. Yeah. Hey, Jason, right as you're going into your busiest time of the year, you want to start a stream? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. It's working though.
It's been fun.
So thank you so much for all of this and for all of you. The song is so we are going to want to also dampen the lights on this scrolling bar. Turn off the credits. Put up the thank yous. We're doing this in opposite order.
There we go.
All right. And you want to put up the thank yous?
Yeah.
We want to make sure we thank and urge you to go follow Tom in Boston. It was such a fun interview. We can't wait to somehow convince him to come up here and play in the Tiki Lounge. Then we also have
There we
Aaron Gets Creative, who made a wonderful little gnome that I can't wait to try to see if I can actually do that without stabbing myself. That little needly one is a little bit dangerous.
You can do it. Okay.
Thanks, love. I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And we also played for you Wild Play Music and their Christmas 85. Make sure, Jamie, thank you. Make sure you go and listen to Christmas 85 over on Spotify. It does, every part of it makes me feel like I would want to put that on a cassette. Yeah. And then also, finally, thank you to Gary B. Lucas for letting us play On a Winter's Day for You. That just released in the past few days. And we are listening to it now. So this is also available on Spotify, and wish I could say letters better. KT. Don't forget to, when you're looking for Christmas music, don't forget KTGFTW. Also has a great song out on Bandcamp as well. Yeah.
This music's very calming.
It is very calming. It's a good way to end the show. Merry Fall Laws and everything, and I just hope that you all have a wonderful time with your families and or your chosen families. And I know that there are people out there that, if for one reason or another aren't able to be with somebody, I know that there are people out on Twitch that are going to be either on Discord or streaming that are there specifically so that you have somebody wonderful to hang out with. So make sure that you find somebody that you can feel warm and cozy with.
Yep.
So don't hang out in a workshop. It's not great and warm and cozy right now. Do we know, have you all chatted about where we might be going?
Don't know yet. Does anybody have any ideas of who we could raid?
Well, we really would like to have the Neo Helms on.
Mm-hmm.
We want to maybe raid into them.
That's a good idea.
All right, so we are going to start a little video for you, and it's by the one and only Bootsy Bug. And once we get in just a little bit, we will start the raid. Make sure you grab that raid call once it appears, and we hope that you will join us over there. They are the most amazing couple. They are definitely give you couple goals. So cute and fun and amazing people.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to push the button?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Thank you, everybody.
thank
for
you
being
so
here.
much.
You're such a wonderful community.
We'll see you next week with Maddie Rose Acoustic. We're gonna make up a song with her.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll see you all real soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right. I'm about to present Funk Gulag Style. Woo! That's right. Hey, you've got my head in a daze. Why don't you love me too? Hey, did you know I'm head over heels for you? Why don't you love me too? Why don't you love me too? Olive Bob, who? Coolest show around, that's right. You got the cool streamers too. Olive Bob, please stream 24/7. Cool, Keep doing what you do. Woo! Olive Bob, that's right. Olive Bob presents. Keep doing what you do. Woo! All right. Olive Bob presents. Keep doing what you do. Doing what you do. Olive Bob presents. You the coolest of the cool. That's right. Woo! Why don't you love me too? Olive Bob presents. I keep doing what you do all night. Woo! Why don't you love me too? Doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. Doing what you do. Olive Bob present. I love you guys. Keep doing what you do. You cool. Stay funky. 24/7.